buddy, we always relate things to things that we have been through. That's a haunt you forever if this doesn't go your way.
Yeah.
It really is.
man.
Like, I've lived this before, and it's like the ones that you were one play away. I mean, still to this day, obviously, Oklahoma City, the triple overtime game.
Yeah.
Still, there's not a Grizzlies fan that lived through that does not think about that and go, you are one play away. And it could have all been different.
Yep.
And last night, I don't envy any Pacers fan that had to wake up this morning. I mean, I would just be in absolute shambles because there's a whole lot of ways where you can accept that you lost. You know, a lot of playoff games are close, and you can sit there and lament, but there's only a finite amount that you truly don't forget of losses, right? I can't remember details of a lot of the ways that they lost games. But there's a few that, like, I'll remember forever. And that's one of those that you truly remember forever because you will. And I would like to say it gets better. It never does. If you're truly a fan, it never does when it gets ripped away from you like that because you're sitting there going, if just this would have happened, if this would have happened, if this would have happened. Like a confluence of just dramatically horrible things that took place. And then you're like, man, if we would have just gotten the ball in bounds, if we just would have fouled up three, if Jaylen Brown just misses that shot from the corner, and then you go, oh my God, and I forgot Tyrese Haliburton dribbling it off his foot 3 times.
After he carried like 8 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Dribbled it off his foot.
Yeah, he's tweaking.
1 with 27 seconds left, and you're up 3. Once in overtime, less than a minute left, down 1. And then Tatum hits the 3, and it's game over.
Put him up 4.
But, I mean, those are both, like, didn't even get to make a play.
Yeah.
My best player just dribbled it off his foot. What? The not getting the ball in bounds.
Yeah,
And Carlisle tried to take all the blame for it.
He did.
He tried to take all the blame for it. And, yes, are there strategy things that should have been different? Of course there are. But it's one of those, I thought it was a perfect example. I didn't want to get into an internet fight last night. But I tweeted what I tweeted about how the whole, like, my God, Indiana just totally gagged this thing, which they had. Mm-hmm. You had it.
They had it.
You had this. And I got more than a few of how bad a coach Rick Carlisle is. And I'm like, are you people insane?
They're not watching the game.
You're talking about the Eastern Conference Finals that he has the Pacers in because of their style and because of how well that team is coached.
Yes.
Did he make tactical errors? For sure. But there's no greater moment than what I talk about all the time, and I cite it constantly. This old Sports Illustrated article I read where it's like you draw up a play, guy gets a shot, shots in the air, good coach, bad coach, good coach, bad coach, good coach, bad coach. Rick Carlisle is getting more flowers than he can fit in 5 cars today if Jaylen Brown bricks.
Yes.
Right.
Good coach, bad coach, good coach, bad coach, good coach, bad coach.
Your team had 38 assists, bro, and like 51 made buckets last night.
I mean, you can't.
That's like, come on, against one of the best teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
So unless you want to say that they are even close to equal talent-wise, how can you even this out? Strategy.
Exactly.
Now, the other thing is this. I believe, of course, in retrospect, you say, hey, man, we should have taken a timeout and advanced the ball with 10 seconds. That was a mistake. It's heat of the moment, whatever. Again, to me, the players still have to make plays. Should he have acknowledged, hey, we're having a tough time getting the ball in back? But that's split-second stuff, right? Mm-hmm. He didn't turn the ball over, right? Like the player turned the ball over.
He should have took a timeout.
And I thought Jaylen Brown pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, he hit the ball and he pushed him at the same time. They should have took a timeout though, bro.
Of course
when
they
you got to
should have.
that 4 seconds,
they should have taken a timeout.
But what I'm saying is, if they get the ball inbounds, it's not an issue.
Yeah.
Right? It's because of the way it all played out, right? And then, again, I agree. He agrees. They should have taken a timeout there, okay? The other thing is, and I know there's been a whole lot of, hey, well, you would have put a 4-point play into play if you're doing lock and trail, and then, obviously Siakam's just got his hands down, getting his feet out of the way, whatever. To me, you got to switch everything and foul on you got to foul on the touch.
Yeah, as soon as he catch it.
You got to foul on the touch.
Yeah.
Like that has to be that has to be the thing. The only thing that can bail them out there is getting a 3.
You always foul up 3. Trust me,
know
the
what I
Memphis
mean?
Tigers could have had a championship.
Right? And it's like that one to me is more significant than you only got 5 seconds to know whether or not your guy's getting the ball in bounds. You know what I'm saying? That is bang bang.
Yeah.
Should they, in retrospect, have moved it to the front court anyway? Sure.
Also, put that play back up, bro. Who took the ball? Who took the ball out?
Yeah,
put that play back up. Nembhard took the ball out?
Yeah, Nembhard.
I want to see where Haliburton is on the play because I kind of forgot where he was. Put that play back up. Because if I'm Haliburton, you got to find a way to get your ass to the ball. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Now, the only good thing.
Come on, bro.
The only. And this is
because you're not going to throw that ball up over the top
No,
to Haliburton
no
because
chance.
that's Drew Holiday
You gotta
right
come to
there.
the- you gotta come
so
to-
you've got to find a way to really come to the ball.
Haliburton.
Yeah, like
Because he
It's also a
jumped the
terrible
ball.
inbound.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Play.
Come to the ball. Yeah, continue.
Well, it's also have something set up
Yeah.
for
They
that
look-
moment
they look
though, where
like-
we can where it can get the ball inbounds,
they were
right? Where
confused.
not just playing chase.
The Chris Vernon Show, presented by Caesars Sportsbook, live weekdays at noon